Hello, 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 and welcome back to another season of Fan Talk, your favorite podcast by your favorite fan. That is, of course, me, Kyle Brenchley, in the house on this Thursday. We are back. If this is your first time here, welcome to Fan Talk. This is a podcast all about the perspective of a fan. You love sports? I love sports. Our perspective needs to be seen/heard. Welcome. There's a sign. No candle burning. Rogue One is up on the wall. If you're new here, welcome. This is how we do it here at the Fan Talk Podcast. I am your host, Kyle Brenchley, and we are going to sit back and we're going to get you ready for football because football is already here. Can you believe it? It is August 7th, and college football starts in 16 days. 2 weeks, and college football is here. 1 month, and NFL football is here. Actually, preseason NFL football starts tonight. They had the Hall of Fame game last week. Preseason starts right now. The regular season starts later on. Fantasy football, I'll be talking about what players you should be drafting. You're like, Kyle, I don't know crap about the NFL. I don't know any players. My boyfriend's got me in this league with his family, and I don't know who to draft. I got you, girlfriend. I'll tell you who to draft. I'll give you some strategies. This and so much more here on Fan Talk. First and foremost, though, thank you guys for the support. Season 5, I can't believe we made it this far. No, I haven't been doing it for 5 years. I've been doing it closer to 3 years, but the way I've structured the show and the way that it's ran, this is Season 5. So absolutely incredible. We hit 100 episodes back in March. We're probably closer to 120 right now. Once we hit 200, what should we do? Let me know down in the comments below. But it's been super fun. I love hosting this podcast, and I'm glad that you are here. This is a podcast you can find anywhere you get your podcast. I am there. Just search Kyle Brenchley and Fan Talk. I also upload on YouTube if you appreciate video versions. I sometimes share stuff on my screen or have visual aids or whatnot. So if you appreciate that, head over onto YouTube. If you like the audio versions, stay where you are because my voice is what you're going to be hearing for the next 15, 20, 25 minutes. So I've taken the last 2 weeks off. I finished up Season 4. I went on a cruise with my family. It was awesome. The cruise left out of Texas, Galveston. So naturally, while I was in Texas, I had to stop at Buc-ee's, get me a pair of socks, some beaver nuggets, and the wonderful brisket. It was delicious. The cruise was amazing. Went snorkeling with sharks, ate snails for dinner, and won volleyball tournaments and bingo contests and trivia contests left and right. It was awesome. I wish I never had come back, but I needed to come back for you guys because you're like, hey, help me out. Football is almost here, and we need our number one football fan. Here you are here at the Fan Talk Podcast. Thank you guys for joining. Let's jump right in, shall we? College football is America's greatest invention. Sure, there's the telephone, there's the toilet, there's the toaster, there's the automobile, there's the airplane. But college football brings people together more than anything, more than organized religion, more than political parties. College football, everybody loves it. It's the best time of the year, and we love it here. Let's get right into it. So first and foremost, as I mentioned earlier, the season starts in 16 days. Saturday, August 23rd is what they used to call week 0. There's like 4 or 5 games. This year it looks like there's 5 games this year. But now it's just an extension of week 1. So it's going to start Saturday, August 23rd. Iowa State, Kansas State will kick off in Dublin, Ireland for the first game of the college football season. They did this last year where Notre Dame played in Ireland. I think they played against Georgia Tech, if I remember correctly. And the Georgia Tech punter was actually Irish. So it was pretty cool that he was able to play in front of some family and friends back there in Ireland. Go mark your calendars. Go cross it out. Go get it all ready. It's going to be awesome. A couple more games on that Saturday. Go block out that day. Go cancel your cousin's wedding, go say your dog's funeral can wait. We're watching college football on this Saturday. I also wanted to look at the college football the college football regular season preseason rankings. They came out a couple days ago. This is the coaches poll. The college football playoff rankings haven't come out yet, but the coaches poll for preseason has come out. And for all my video watchers out there, I'll actually just share my screen with you. For all my audio listeners, you can hear me explain it. I'll explain it very well. And you can look it up wherever you like to look up your football rankings. So as you can see, here it is, the coaches poll, the first one for the 2025 preseason. Texas coming in at number 1. Ohio State, of course, won the national championship last year, but they lost Will Howard to the NFL draft. So Ohio State is coming in at 2, Penn State 3, Georgia 4, Notre Dame 5, Clemson 6. That's right out of the top 6. But as you can see here, a lot of familiar faces, a lot of usual suspects up in here. Arizona State riding high after a college football playoff run last season. South Carolina really high. Still have Lenore Sellers, who great quarterback there. For all my local Utah people, BYU coming in at 23, the only Utah team to do so. University of Utah did get 86 votes. My team, Oklahoma, got 221 votes, but they did not quite make the top 25. Of course, they're in the SEC now. They had a 6-6 season last year, so they're still trying to figure out where they belong in the world of the SEC. But there you go. There's the rankings for the first preseason poll. Excuse me if my voice is giving out. I had such fun on the cruise. There was parties every night. If you've never been on a cruise, it's just one continuous party. Tons of food, tons of entertainment, tons of alcohol. And I frankly lost my voice and probably got a little bit of sickness because cruise ships are also a big germ fest. So, but excuse my voice. Claim your teams down below. No bandwagoners here at Fan Talk. Real fans do not bandwagon. Real fans stick with their team through the thick and thin. So call your teams now, and we'll ride out this season together. Let me know if your team made the top 25. Neither of my teams did. Oklahoma obviously is my team. I went to Utah State. That's my alma mater. They're obviously not anywhere near the top 25, but new coach, new opportunity. Isn't this exciting? It's the start of a new season. Every team thinks they have a chance. And theoretically, they do. Every team is 0-0. 0 wins, 0 losses. They all have a chance. And it's an opportunity for them to go out and win. And fans love it. I love it. You love it. It's awesome. Let's shift our focus now to the NFL. The NFL starts a little bit later, not quite as soon as the college football. It starts Thursday, September 4th, which is less than a month away, which is actually bonkers. Again, reminder, preseason actually starts tonight. So if you wanted to get a glimpse at the second and third and backups, go check it out. But the first game of the NFL season will be Thursday, September 4th. Of course, it'll be on NBC. The Philadelphia Eagles, defending Super Bowl champions, are facing off against the Dallas Cowboys. Classic NFC East showdown in Pennsylvania. Tickets are as low as $551. So if you're loaded or just a fanatic out of fanatic, then go check out this game. It's going to be awesome. I can just hear it now. The Sunday Night Football intro. Oh, man, it's just amazing. Hey, there's another Sao Paulo game. If you remember last year, the NFL played in Sao Paulo, Brazil for the first time ever. They're doing that again in an attempt to make the NFL a global game, to expand to the world and beyond. So Chargers Chiefs, that game will be on Friday. And then on Sunday, all the other teams will play. Sunday Night Football, Bills, Ravens. That should be a fun one. And then Monday Night Football, Bears and Vikings. If you're new here, or if you remember from last year, I do an NFL weekly game pick'em. It's through ESPN Fantasy, and simply what you do is you just go through and you pick the straight up winner of every game. And you compete against people around the world to see who can make the most correct picks each week. And then it goes throughout the entire season, and whoever does the best at the end of the season wins. Last year, I did a little group where I had some of you listeners and viewers join me in the group, and I challenged you to beat me. And I said this. I said, nobody here will beat me. I challenge you. And guess what? Nobody did. So I'll be running that challenge again. So stay tuned for that in the coming episodes on how you can join. I'll link it down below. But that should be super fun. Speaking of fantasy football, and this is why you're all here. You're like, Kyle, I get the idea of football. I understand how crazy people are about football. Kyle, I even like football. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Regardless of your past, we've all found ourselves here facing fantasy football. And you're like, okay, so who are these guys? How do I make a team? How do I win? How do I beat Uncle Jerry? How do I take out Cousin Rod? How do I smash my mother-in-law? Well, I'll tell you. So this is what you need to know before your fantasy football draft. First and foremost, here are some names you need to write down. Pull out a pen and paper right now. Write down these names. You need to draft these guys with your first pick. Jamar Chase. He is a wide receiver for the Cincinnati Bengals. Jamar Chase has been the fantasy leader multiple times. He's just incredible. He's just so good. His quarterback is a guy named Joe Burrow who can just sling the ball around. Jamar Chase is fast. He catches a lot of touchdowns. He scores a lot of points, which is good for you in fantasy football because you need players to score points. For a wide receiver, you need him to get catches. You need him to catch the ball a lot. And he's the best player on that team, so he's going to catch the ball a lot. And you need them to score touchdowns. Since he's the best player and since Joe Burrow likes to throw the ball a lot, they were college teammates at LSU, then Jamar Chase is going to get a lot of touchdowns. So Jamar Chase, remember that name. The next name you need to write down is Bijan Robinson, running back for the Atlanta Falcons. Now, Bijan Robinson, we're entering his second year. Bijan had a very good year last year with the Atlanta Falcons. Just absolute natural running back. Went to school at Texas. But very good. Atlanta is kind of entering this new phase. They had Kirk Cousins, and then they drafted Michael Penix Jr. to kind of see what he's got. And so, young quarterback might make some mistakes in the passing game. They'll look to run the ball a lot. So, Bijan Robinson, draft him as your running back if he's available. Another wide receiver, another name to write down, Justin Jefferson. Now, similar situation as Atlanta. They used to have a veteran quarterback in Minnesota. Now he went in free agency somewhere else. And now you got a young guy in J.J. McCarthy. So Justin Jefferson, best player on the team, will catch the ball a lot, will score a lot, but he's got a rookie quarterback. So it's yet to be seen how good J.J. McCarthy is, the rookie quarterback. But Justin Jefferson, still a very solid choice. Write his name down. If he's available, draft his ass. Saquon Barkley, another running back. Jahmyr Gibbs, another running back. Both these guys are just workhorses. They'll just get the ball. Feed them. Run. Score. They'll also catch balls out of the backfield, which is good for running backs because they get points for each catch that they get. So Saquon Barkley and Jahmyr Gibbs. CeeDee Lamb, he's on the Dallas Cowboys. If you know anything about the Dallas Cowboys, they get a lot of publicity, they get a lot of attention, and CeeDee Lamb is the same way. He'll get a lot of publicity, he'll get a lot of attention. Dak Prescott, his favorite target, is going to throw the ball to CeeDee Lamb. He's going to catch the ball, he's going to score. Christian McCaffrey, running back. He's a little bit older, coming off injury, but still very solid on a very good San Francisco 49ers team. Here's a new name, Puka Nacua, who had a breakout season last year. You might know him from BYU. All my Utah people out there, all the BYU fans know him. LA Rams, he's quickly become a very good wide receiver there for Matthew Stafford and the LA Rams. Draft Puka Nacua. Just a couple more names here. Malik Neighbors on the New York Giants. He's another wide receiver. Amon-Ra St. Brown, wide receiver on the Detroit Lions. Ashton Jeanty, rookie running back out of Boise State. If you remember this guy, he would run for like 250 yards a game and 4 touchdowns. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, I'm not even exaggerating those stats. He would literally score 3 or 4 times a game and run for 200 plus yards. Out of Boise State, he's now on the Las Vegas Raiders. Screw the Raiders. Go Broncos. But he might be a fantasy giant on a Raiders team that doesn't have high expectations, that a lot of people are overlooking. Watch out for Ashton Jeanty. Draft him if you need a running back. And then one more running back to draft, Devon Achane. Again, he had another breakout season this last season, but 2023 really broke out. He'll be RB1 for Miami down there, South Beach. So those are just 12 names. And I will link this article. This is all coming from an article from Mike Clay. He works for ESPN and he does a lot of fantasy football stuff. I will link this article in the description if you missed those 12 names. Of course, there's a lot more players to be drafted, so be sure to check out the entire article. And just be smart with your drafting. You will impress so many people. You want to impress your boss. You want to impress that cute coworker. You want to impress your mother-in-law. Then you draft well. Do some research. Look into last year's stats. Look into the projections. Read about these guys. Look what they did in college. Look what they did in the NFL. And I promise you, you will have a good team. So go draft one of these guys in the first round. Go check out the article and draft the rest of the guys. And have so much fun. Fantasy football is honestly the best. I love it. Last year, I think I was in 7 leagues. This year, I might tone it down and maybe keep it to 3 or 4. 7 leagues was just too much. So it was a little cray-cray. But thank you guys so much for tuning into Fan Talk. Season 5 is officially under the way, and we are going to be talking football from here until February. So you better buckle up, put on that helmet, put on the pads, and let's do the Oklahoma drill, and it's going to be super fun. If you guys want to join my football pick'em, I'll link that in probably next week's episode, so stay tuned for that. And we'll see you guys next week for another edition of Fan Talk.